Fruit and veg news.
What's the jingle for that?
Fruity fruit.
Veggie veg. Veggie veg.
News.
Man reports unexploded World War II bomb that turns out to be zucchini. So, people in Germany,
Yeah.
and also Netherlands, Belgium, all that area, a lot of bombs were dropped.
Every year, harvest time comes in those countries, and they call it the Iron Harvest, because along with their delicious vegetables, they come across tons and tons of shells, many of which have unexploded.
Yeah. And so, an 81-year-old homeowner contacted officers out of concern that he'd stumbled upon a dangerous weapon. So he dug up something in his garden.
Is that what it looked like? Because that looks like a fucking aubergine. It doesn't look like
Well,
a
it is an
bomb.
aubergine.
Did he have bad eyesight?
Well, he's 81, Simon. He's not really incredibly up. He's probably found like 3 or 4 bombs already. You know, this is probably not the first time. He's like, fucking another one.
Found this grenade. That's a banana. Like if it was a small pineapple, I can understand the confusion. But that's literally a banana.
The police themselves even conceded that the 16-inch squash really did look very much like a bomb. There we go. So actually,
That's what it looked like.
well, I mean that's dug
No, that's
up.
actually it. That is actually it. That's
Well,
not
no, but
like.
that's unearthed and placed on the grass. You know,
So
imagine
say-
you're digging in the ground
Okay. Oh, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven.
and you
Heaven.
hit the
I'm in
scrape
heaven.
of your shovel, familiar,
That's what happens when you hit an aubergine.
against
It's like metal against metal. That ding.
yes. And you look down and you see a bulbous round shape, much like the end of an aubergine.
Oh yeah, and past my penis, there's something in the ground. So he wasn't even growing the aubergine. It said that police suspect someone had chucked it over his hedge into his garden.
What?
So he wasn't even digging for it. Someone had an aubergine, they threw it over the hedge, it landed in his garden, he walks out into his garden, sees an aubergine, calls the police. Don't aubergines grow off of like trees or bushes though?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Maybe it had been under there since World War II. Maybe when maybe some bombs had gone off.
And look, it's clearly a fresh aubergine. Look at it. I would eat that. It looks fine.
You'd eat that.
I would eat that. I'd give it a wash first, obviously. Old German man's been touching it.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Lewis, we got a mystery
Simon.
to solve.
What's going on?
Riddle me this.
That's what we were originally going to call this show.
Yeah, riddle me this.
Yeah.
With Simon and also Lewis. So, a man in Belgium has been receiving pizzas for years. And you think, well, that's fantastic news. I'm sure he eats very well. But he's not been ordering them. He's not been ordering any of those pizzas, and they've just been arriving. Day after day, year after year, pizzas. Fresh, hot pizzas.
Right, fresh hot ones.
A delivery man shows up at his door with a pizza.
He just takes it and says nothing.
I mean,
Doesn't say this isn't for me.
initially he was like, has there been a mistake? He's always refused the deliveries, so he never eats the pizzas.
No, he's
Doesn't pay for
always
them.
refused them.
But this has been going for 9 years. This has been going on for. The
Right.
man is at his wit's end. He said apparently on one day, 10 different delivery men showed up, one of which had 14 pizzas. So
What the fuck? Surely after like months of it, you just put up a sign that said, I did not order a pizza outside my house, right? Okay, my first thought is that someone is living at a very similar address.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
And so like either it's somewhere like near to him.
So maybe he lives at like 41 Leafy Lane.
Sure.
And someone who lives at 41 Leaf Lane is ordering the pizzas. Or maybe someone at 14 Leafy Lane is ordering the pizzas.
Yeah, or 41B Leafy Lane is ordering.
You think
pizzas.
he'd figure out that his neighbour is like, where's this bloody pizza man? I've been ordering these for 9 years. No one showed up. And he's like, tell me about it. I keep getting all these pizzas.
No, but
I don't order any of them.
I assume they are turning up though, because he's turning them down. This guy
People are still showing up.
But this guy's turned them down, and they're probably going to the right place in the end. I reckon it's fine. I reckon what he needs to do is he needs to start taking those pizzas. I would.
No, you don't understand. He doesn't like pizzas.
It's not what do you mean he doesn't?
No, he doesn't like
What's wrong with this man?
No. So he says he can't sleep anymore.
I start shaking every time I hear a scooter on the street. I dread someone will come to drop off hot pizzas yet another time.
What does he think is happening? Is he watching the person with the pizza come to him and he says, "No, it's not for me," and then they walk to the end of the drive and just dump it on the floor? What are they doing with these pizzas?
I don't know, but a friend of mine lives in a different town, is going through exactly the same thing. She's been receiving pizzas she not ordered for 9 years as well.
This is not true. This is not true, Mr. Van Landgem. He's spoken to one other woman from, oh my God, do you know what it is?
What?
She probably lives at like 14 Leafy Lane.
No, she's in a different town.
But it's got the same name, Leafy Lane or whatever. Because you can have the same, I did this when I
Is
was
she
on
phoning
holiday.
up the wrong town's Pizza Hut or whatever?
I booked an Airbnb or whatever, and it was like on a road and a street name. And I foolishly just looked it up like 13 Washington Lane or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And of course, there's
You
like
ended up in
100
America?
of those. Well, I was in America at the time, so yeah.
That's good. That's where you wanted
I
to be.
wanted to be there, but I went to a different Washington Lane. Hang on a second. So there's multiple people receiving pizzas. Now I'm thinking
It's him and his friend.
there's some sort of spirit, some sort of supernatural shit going on.
That they've got this connection, this psychic link.
No, but if they're getting it, I always think if like once is a coincidence, twice is a pattern.
No, twice is a coincidence. Once is just... How can once be a coincidence? This is one thing happening. How can it be a coincidence?
I'm thinking if there's two people,
Yeah.
there's gonna be more.
You say that there's hundreds of people in Belgium receiving pizzas.
They never ordered. Because if these two have spoken out, there's gonna be more. So, my thinking is, who's producing these pizzas? We need to go, and where are they going?
I just think there's just a rich guy who's like, I want to give back to the community. I'm going to just randomly pick some old people from the phone book and I'm going to send them pizza every day so they'll never go hungry. They'll always have a lovely hot meal.
Do you reckon it's...
And meanwhile, there's this guy, oh, I can hear a fucking scooter! Ah!
He's like traumatized by the
Yeah.
idea of wasting food because he doesn't like the pizzas. Maybe that is it. Maybe it's someone generous. Maybe it's his next door neighbour who's like pranking him. God, there could be any answers to this. This poor guy.
Do you think there's just like a
I'm not sorry for him. Fuck him.
Do you think...
Why is this guy?
Whoa!
Why is
That was
this
a quick
guy?
turnaround.
Why is this guy so upset about it? Just stand up for yourself. Put up a sign.
You ever been on a long plane ride?
Sure.
You get so boring. And the food, tell me about it.
I found the food fine.
What?
Well,
No, it's terrible.
Do you know what I did last time? I've told you this. When I went on my last long haul flight, I said I was a fruitarian.
Okay.
They just gave me like a banana,
Yeah.
some strawberries, some cut up apples and oranges. It was great.
How long were you on the flight for?
Like 12 hours.
Fuck me.
The second meal was the same.
I would be like, just give me some bread. Just give me some bread.
I could last 12
I need
hours without bread.
Mashed potatoes. Just give me some cheese. Say I'm on a flight, and don't look at my belly like that, you cheeky. I'm on a flight. Okay, I'm on a flight alone. Didn't bring you. It's just me. I brought the cats with me. We're all hungry. The food's terrible. Don't worry, I brought my own. It's pizza. I brought some pizza. Only problem is, I want hot pizza. The picture's so good.
Oh my
Picture's
god,
so
I see
good.
what it is now.
So, in an attempt to heat up the slice of pizza, he holds it under the light. That's it. That's his entire plan.
Also, look at the sad,
The droop
look at
on
the
it.
sad piece of pizza. It's like a comedy.
It's a New York slice.
It is sad, isn't
It's
it?
a New York slice. So yeah, does it go into any? Not really.
I
It's
understand,
literally
right?
just
You're on a
that,
long
isn't
haul
it?
flight, you're going a bit mad, you're hungry, but that is just unbelievable. What I mean, even like putting it under the heater, like on,
But like, one commenter when this was posted on, I think it was on Facebook or whatever. Oh no, passenger shaming Instagram.
Really? The
So Instagram
passenger
account.
shaming Instagram.
So someone commented and said, "That's an LED light. It doesn't put out heat."
Why didn't you just
I
like?
really hope he enjoyed it.
Why didn't you
at
just
the
like?
very least?
I don't know, like if I just wrap it in tin foil,
Put it in the
pop
microwave.
it between your thighs.
Oh, right.
You know. What?
And then pee.
Wait till it gets up to-
Piss on it.
No.
Piss on it.
We don't need to piss on it because piss is
Piss
at
on
your
it?
body.
You're on a plane.
I don't
What's the
think-
hottest thing on a plane? The engines. You open the door, climb out onto the wing, which is a job. Hold the pizza near
You could
the
just
engine.
get a long stick, dangle it out the window.
Problem is, outside is really cold on a plane, isn't it? Because it's up in the sky.
I don't reckon the engines are the hottest thing then. I think the hottest thing on the aeroplane is the stewardess. Shit.
Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Time for an ad break. Ben, do you know that the Yogscast store has been filled up with new stuff because of all of the lockdowns making it all get backed up?
Hooray!
And now the flow,
The heavy flow of Yogscast merch.
the merch diarrhea has been released all over you. So the first thing is the gin, which is available, the British Gin Lee's Summer Sipper. Why are you trying to hide it?
You can't advertise alcohol.
Have a little try of
We're
that.
not allowed to advertise the gin.
Oh, these are actually really cool.
These are fantastic.
These
look
are
at
really
that.
cool.
Wow,
Famous models.
I call this one.
Do you know what he looks like he could do with a drink? He looks like he could.
He does need a
lighten
drink,
up.
doesn't he?
Yeah, maybe with something that's caressed with summer fruits and fauna. Something
No!
produced.
Cut.
Drink it.
Badges in the US store now. They were originally only in the UK. Now you can get them in the US.
Where would I get the pins, Ben, if I wanted to buy one?
You'd go to store.yogscast.com.
What about the hoodie?
Store.yogscast.com.
What about the mugs? Where do I get those?
Or store.yogscast.com.
And what if I wanted to buy some gin, Ben?
Where do you think?
Sorry, that felt really weird. I'm so sorry.